Thank you so much for having me and welcome everybody. So excited to share just a little bit about what we're doing at Western Wealth Communities. And let's go ahead and lay the groundwork about our organization. So who we are. We were formed in 2020 at the start of the pandemic. We literally launched our first properties in April 2020. So as you can imagine, that was quite a time to be launching a management company and bringing management in-house. So we are an owner and a manager now. We currently have 59 properties under management. So as Kara mentioned, we had our 60th deal that we transitioned, but we have had a disposition already throughout those past 2 years. And we have 2 additional properties in the pipeline. So our portfolio is a little over 15,000 units. We are in 3 different states and 5 MSAs. So we're in Arizona, Nevada, and Texas. And then within those markets, Phoenix, Tucson, Dallas, Houston, and Las Vegas, and growing. We have nearly 400 employees, and I'm very proud to say that we are a women-led business. So our parent company is based in Vancouver, British Columbia, and they have been around for nearly 8 years, investing in real estate in the United States. And our CEO, Janet, really had this vision to turn things upside down in the industry and do things a little differently. And that also bleeds over into starting the management company and putting people first, which is what Kara mentioned in introducing me, that our philosophy at Western Wealth Communities, as well as our philosophy at Western Wealth Capital, is to put people first. And when we think about that, it's really important that when you say you're going to put people first, that you actually do that, that your actions go along with what you're doing. And so we put our money where our mouth is. And what I mean by that is one of our very first hires that I made when I came on was with Tavon. And I believe she's actually on the webinar today, which is awesome. So big shout out to Tavon, glad to have you here. And she was my director of recruiting and is my director of recruiting. And we knew that if we were going to be a people first company, that we absolutely had to have somebody in place to find the right people and to make sure we had the right people in the right seat. And so we invested quickly and early in that recruiting function. And now I'm proud to say we've built out a team of 4 people in recruiting and we have 2 people in HR. And so our people team is really strong and it's a collaborative effort. And we've really built that to be a support to our on-site teams and to not have HR or recruiting be that scary thing when somebody calls, that they're really an extension of our on-site team members and they're there to advocate on behalf of them as well as provide career opportunities for them. So let's talk a little bit about what Western Wealth stands for. And I think it's important to lay the foundation of our company and what our culture is, because it's really difficult to promote your culture if you don't know what you stand for. So we have what we call our hashtag culture, and it's 4 different hashtags that really embody who we are as a company. And this is from the parent company, Western Wealth Capital, also down to the property management company. So BSU, if anybody follows Western Wealth or any of our team members individually, you see hashtag BSU a whole lot. And what that means, I'm going to do the polite version of it, but it's blow stuff up. And that means that we're doing things differently than other people are doing them. It's something that's in our DNA, that we want to have a property management company that's not the same as every other management company. We want to do things different for our residents than other people do for their residents. And at the end of my session, I'll share a couple of examples on how we give back and do things a little bit differently. Our second one is WGYB, we've got your back. And that means that we always have to have each other's back. We have to make sure that this is a team and we understand that people are going through some really difficult times through COVID and just through life in general, and that we have to have each other's back. And then we also have that spun off into one of our large campaigns that we run every year that is called We've Got Your Back. And I'll share about that in a little bit. One of my favorites is WDW, which is We Don't Wait. So we don't wait for somebody to tell us what to do. We take the initiative. If we see something needs to be done, we roll up our sleeves and get it done. And again, it goes back to BSU and blowing stuff up and doing it differently. And then last but not least, TMV, That's My Village. And this all started with our CEO giving an acceptance speech when she won an Entrepreneur of the Year award. And several of the people from our company were in the audience, and she gave a shout out to her village. And then that then turned into our hashtag TMV of That's My Village. and it's stuck. And I think it really ties in nicely with We've Got Your Back as well. So what I love to say now, and I love that you guys did the poll about collaborating with marketing and recruiting, but recruiting's the new marketing, right? Orange is the new black, recruiting is the new marketing. And what I like to say is it's our secret weapon. And Tavon, who you can see here with her LinkedIn, she's our secret weapon. She is in the top 5% of talent acquisition professionals on LinkedIn. She completely has mastered how to leverage LinkedIn to recruit and find the best talent for organizations. And I'm super proud that she's part of my organization. So if you have an interest, you can scan the QR code. It then takes you to Tavon's LinkedIn profile so you can get connected and hear about all the amazing opportunities that we have at our organization. And please know, nobody can reach out to her to try and steal her away, because she is an integral part of our culture and our organization at Western Wealth. So a couple ways, we're going to kind of go quick fire through different ways that we really leverage social media at Western Wealth to attract talent. One thing is sharing the love, right? And so this doesn't always have to be through your corporate channel. So many times people think on social media, it has to come through the brand. So through Western Wealth Capital or Western Wealth Communities. And it absolutely doesn't. You need that authenticity. And that the ability to connect with people when it's coming from the actual employees. So you can see here, we have a post about being in love with your job and wanting other people to be in love with their job. You'll see many photos of our teams on the right-hand side about the signs that we create whenever we take over a new community, whenever we host a resident event, showcasing those ideas that people are proud to either live or work at the communities where we own and manage.